7.2 algebraic expressions. I can write and evaluate algebraic expressions.
Can you guys write and evaluate algebraic expressions?
Yes.
Good. This was not, number one was not part of the algebraic expressions. It was just a quick review. The thing that tripped us up on the idea number one was this, 2y squared, when y equals 5. Okay, remember, when you have a 2 in front of a y, what are we doing with the 2 and the y? So it's literally 2 times y squared, and what does y equal, you guys? So then it would be 2 times 5 squared, right? And from there, you guys are cool with order of operations. Okay. That was our only issue there. Moving down, number 3 we did well with. Number 4 then is where we started our vocab. Do expressions have equal signs, you guys?
No.
Huh?
No.
They do not have equal signs. So vocab, self-explanatory from that point forward. What I think is one of the most important parts of this lesson would be the anatomy of an algebraic expression. There are several things you need to know. You need to know what a term is, what a coefficient is, what a variable is, which I think you're good with, and what a constant is, right? So number 4 is a what? Okay, I need everybody.
Constant.
Constant, because it never will change. 4 is also a what? Term, because it's part of the expression. Another term is what? Another term is what?
2x.
2x. So again, every part of that expression would be considered a term. The only thing that you wouldn't consider would be the operational signs. And then in 2x, we know the x is a variable, but what is the 2 called again?
Coefficient.
So it's the number in front of the variable, and what do coefficients do with a variable? Like what operation do they do?
Multiplication.
We slid down to number 4. I'm not going to talk about number 4 a whole lot because you're literally just plugging in a number for a letter, and you guys are pretty good at that. Number 5, writing and evaluating expressions. We said that every single one of these, number 10, number 11, and so on and so forth, they had a key phrase or key word that told us what to do, yes or no?
Yes.
So what does product tell us to do?
Multiply.
So in this problem, are we multiplying?
Yes.
What does less than tell us to do?
Subtract.
And in this problem, are we subtracting?
Yes.
Yes. What does the word and tell us to do?
Add.
And so on and so forth. Do you remember this one being a little tricky?
Yes.
It says 7 less than the number x. A lot of you said 7 minus x. But that is not 7 less than the number x, is it? That's x less than the number 7. So you just got to be careful that you don't just write what you see in order. You have to comprehend what the phrase is telling you or asking of you. And then the last couple, we actually tried to solve. Remember we went to the zoo?
Yes.
Children cost $6, adults cost $10, right?
Yes.
And because children are different than adults, do we need to use different variables?
Yes.
So the children would be
C.
C and the adults would be
A.
A, because the A is going to be attached to the number 10, whereas the C is going to be attached to the number 6. And so if we plug that into the computer, if we're working at the desk or the check-in or the ticket-taking counter, we need to have that programmed into our computer so we can charge our customers, right? Any questions?